Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you what is in this thing. This is my Zuca Backpack, and this thing, it has been a lifesaver for a bunch of things because I can take this to set if I want, or I can take my set bag to set. Either way, this thing works beautifully. It was actually designed for a hairstylist, but it works perfectly for a makeup artist. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the outside pocket. So this pocket, and this one over here on the side, and then we'll go into the center and I'll show you what that's all about. Okay, so this first pocket here has a bunch of my little tiny sample-y things. This one here is my hand sanitizer. I put this on every single time before starting a makeup because I use my hands for the moisturizer and the foundation. And the primer, I'm sorry, the moisturizer, the primer, and the foundation sometimes. And you don't want to just go in with your hands being the way they were when you walked in the door. So I usually wash my hands first and then I use this. Always want to stay sanitized. Then I have just a little tiny spritzer bottle full of water. This helps for cleansing purposes as well. It also makes the face nice and wet if you're doing a swimsuit shoot. And then I have my brush cleaner. This is my Namie's brush cleaner. I mostly use this stuff for my airbrush machine. This helps to clean out almost all of the nasty residue left over from the makeup in the airbrush machine. And last, I think last, is this stuff. This is by Mehron. It's a mixing liquid. I use this pretty much for eyeliner, for my cake liners, as well as any pigments that I want to use as liners. This helps to make it really opaque and really look good on the eyes. Also, there's an e.l.f. makeup lock and seal in here. This is a good mixing medium also, if you can't afford to get this. I bought this at IMATS, so I got it relatively cheap. This was only like $3. This with the little mixing pot and a brush was like $3. So go check out the e.l.f. website for this stuff. Alright, this next pouch here is the top pouch. This top pouch here has a lot of my airbrushing stuff in it. This has my 99% alcohol. This helps me to also clean out my airbrush machine. It also helps me to sanitize stuff. This is the cleaning solution that came with my airbrush machine. It's by Temptu. And this is a kind of an oily base, so this would be good if you're going to, after you clean out all of the makeup and there's no color coming out, you would want to use this. It helps to lubricate the mechanisms inside the airbrush. Then I have some 244 fluid. This fluid you would use on silicone-based makeup. You would put a couple of drops in there if it's to thin it down to make sure it could go through the airbrush machine. Even the airbrush makeup I found that is silicone-based that is supposed to be able to go through the machine does not. So I have to thin it down with the 244 fluid. And last but not least, I have acetone. This here is nail acetone. This is what you use to take your nail polish off. And I use this in my airbrush machine as well. This stuff will, if you're using silicone makeup especially, this stuff will melt the silicone makeup down and allow you to clean it out of your machine, especially if there's chunks stuck in the machine. So that's great to have on hand. Okay guys, moving on. We're going to move on over to this side. Here's my apron. This is the apron that I wear on my shoots. Okay, so this side is all airbrush stuff. So this back pouch here, I have my hose. Here's my hose. This is the airbrush hose that came with the machine. And then I also have my AC adapter for the wall. And then in here I have 2 airbrush guns in case I need it. This is the actual, this is the actual Temptu airbrush gun that came with my machine. This is the newest one that they have, the most powerful one. It's the SE50 gun, and this one's actually been giving me tons and tons of trouble with silicone makeup. I don't know why that is, but I've taken it apart multiple times and cleaned it out, and it's still, even when it's clean and sparkling, it still will not let the silicone makeup go through it. I don't know why. So I may have to switch and use the alcohol-based foundations in this, because the silicone just doesn't like me, but the alcohol goes through really well. I also have a Bedellium's Tools airbrush gun in here. I need a different hose for it though, so it doesn't quite work on this machine just yet, but it should when I get the adapters that I need and the proper hose that I need, but I can't get those just yet. So it's a good gun. I really like it. It's been really helpful. I've had it for a long time, so yeah, I mean, it's really good. Single action. They're both single action triggers. A dual action air gun has this trigger, and it also has a trigger back here in the back, right in here, and that'll help. Dual action is actually the one that I want to get, but the machine I want is like $50, so I'll have to wait until payday to get that. But yeah, I love that. I love both these. Both of the guns are really good. They're just, sometimes they're problematic, but depending upon the foundation you're using. And then the other thing that came with the machine is this little thing, and I'll actually show you right now what this does. So here's the pump. This is the little Temptu pump that I bought. It is really great. It has a bunch of settings. You can go all the way. Well, I can't turn it right now because it's off, but this can go all the way this way for the smallest amount of air, or it can go all the way this way for the biggest amount of air. I always keep it on the biggest amount of air because that helps the makeup go through the airbrushes better. This little guy is really cool because you can stick it on this side, and you can put your gun in it, or you can put it on the other side and do the same thing. I usually have it on this side since I'm right-handed, so that's where that little guy goes. This machine was $199 at Namie's, and I get a 20% discount, so I got it for $150. So it's really amazing, and I really like it a lot. So far, so good. The other thing that's in here is a first aid kit. This thing has saved my life on multiple occasions, especially when you're dealing with little kids in theater, because little kids in theater sometimes just don't go together. They'll fall and trip and get hurt and all that kind of stuff. So you want to make sure you always have a first aid kit with you. Alright, now let's move on to the main pouch of this monstrous bag. So here's the inside. This is what my inside looks like, if you can see. We'll start with the door. The door, I have labeled things, but labels have come off, unfortunately, so I'll just have to go through it with you. This up here is pretty self-explanatory. It's sponges. That's it, sponges, and that's exactly what's in there, is this block of sponges. Then over here, I have disposables. These are extra disposable mascara wands that I have used. I've taken the Temptu foundations that I got with my airbrush machine out of the little pouch they came in, and this little pouch is perfect to put these extra mascara wands in. Also in here are just extra little brushes that came with like my Benefit Hoola and my Benefit blush, so I'm gonna be taking those out actually. So that was this little pouch here is all of my extra disposables, because I have that little disposable thing in my set bag. Then down here in this little mesh pocket, I have this little container that I use for water, for eyeliners or face paint or whatever you want to use it for. Then this pouch here is all of my hygiene stuff. This has my Beauty So Clean. This is the actual sanitizer that you use on your makeup. And then this right here is the Beauty So Clean brush cleaner. And then these are the mascara, lipstick, and lip gloss sanitizer wipes. That's all that's in there. Then in this pouch here, I have my lip chapsticks. I have this one from Wet n Wild. I have this one back here from Maybelline, which I use all the time. This one's the mint baby lips, mint flavored. And I actually just scrape stuff off for my models to use. If you can see, it's kind of been scraped off. I scrape that off for them. It keeps this sanitized. And then I also have a chapstick brand one in here as well. And some eye makeup remover, just in case. You never know. Then this pouch up here is hair stuff. This is all hair stuff. I have a... Hang on, having issues getting that out. So in here I have a brush. This is good for your models. I have, I think there's a comb in here as well, but I also have hair clips. I have a headband in here. I have a bag full of bobby pins. So this is just for basic hair if I need to do hair, because I'm definitely not a hair person yet. I will be, because I want to go to cosmetology school, so hopefully that will all change. Now, moving on to this part. This is the main part, and I have a ton of Q-tips in here. I have my face cotton round pads that I use for my toner to clean the face. I'll go into that in a minute. My eyelashes. I have a ton of eyelashes in here. These are all the eyelashes I have for my jobs. Then I have a thing of baby wipes. These are the ones I don't like. These are the ones I will not be buying again because of the smell. But I have to use them up because I have like 5 packages of them. So, yeah. So these are my baby wipes. Then I have a tissue box in here that's falling apart, but that's okay. And finally, I have this, which is a mirror that I got for free from Benefit when I bought some things. It's a really good mirror. As you can see, it's a really good mirror. So I keep that in there just in case. This bag here is actually every single airbrush color I have. This has white. It has regular skin colors. It has blue, purple, I think. Nope, that's black. Black. And I have purple in here as well. I also have a green one, but that one's not in here because I didn't need it for the Aladdin play that we did. I actually am going to be using some of these colors soon, just to kind of show you how to use them and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for that. That would be a fun video to do. Well, guys, that's it for my Zuca Backpack. This is pretty much it. It has straps on the back that you can actually use, and it's really great because you have this thing that attaches to the other side. You can wrap it around your Zuca handle, and it fits really nicely for travel and all that kind of stuff. So definitely a fan of this backpack, and I love it. So anyway, next I'm going to be going over this bag here. There's really not much in there, but I will definitely show you what is in there. And so with that all said, talk to you soon. Bye.